Hey, hi. Now that we've rehearsed the stream opening, hi, we're here playing some Dark Souls 3 at Volition. I'm Josh Stinson, the stream czar, and we've also got two other people from Volition who haven't been on stream before.
Yes, hi, I'm Anoop Shekar. I'm the studio design manager.
And I'm Mike Wilson. I'm a principal programmer here at Volition.
And, again, so you just came in, huh? And your arms are tired from flying.
Yes, flew in from North Carolina. I work remotely, and I come in about every 6 months or so.
Okay.
And in my spare time, when I'm not doing engine stuff for Volition, making all kinds of cool new games that we can't talk about, I do modding work for Saints Row 4. So we've got a team of us that dedicate our spare time to help and try to make modding stuff for Tim Borelli. You're so funny. we make modding tools for the game. If you guys are interested we've got a beta with Steam Workshop support, and it's a closed beta, so you have to go to saintsrowmods.com to ask for the password to get in. We'll let you in though, because we're nice people. And if you're interested in making content, that would be great. If you're not interested in making content, you just want to see what we have, that's fine too. You can come and download some mods and play around. We have a flame guitar up there and all kinds of other fun stuff. Working on lots of things. We have support for adding weapons. You can do custom weapons in like Max Blender or something like that. Also, customization items are coming really soon. We've got great community support from Florian, who is working on our flow, as people in the modding community know him. And he's working on tutorials to show how that stuff is done.
Huh.
And the tools are already done and ready, so we're really excited to get it out.
Wow, nice. Is there, I've heard about this stuff in the past, but is there a planned time for when this stuff's coming out, or?
Considering it's all done in everyone's spare time, it's really hard to nail something like that down.
Okay.
We were
That's
hoping
fair.
for 6 months, 2 years ago, and it didn't exactly happen. So as fast as we can is really what it is, but it comes down to spare time.
Okay. Anoop, I know you've definitely played some Dark Souls 3, but have you played any Dark Souls 3?
Me? No.
Any Dark Souls?
No, I've seen some pretty hilarious gifs of people that died in very interesting ways. I know it's a brutal game. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's... So we'll actually go ahead and switch over to it, but... So this is the first time we're streaming a Dark Souls, but we did stream a Bloodborne.
Yeah, who did that one?
Oh, that was like almost half a year ago. I know Chris Dubois was on it. I'm trying to remember, there was one or two other people on it.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember right now. But since then, I started and finished Bloodborne on my own. And that's my first Souls game, which seems kind of weird because all the other ones are way slower. Well,
the previous two. This one's a little bit faster. Still not as fast as
a little
Bloodborne,
bit more
I would
like
say,
Bloodborne?
but it's definitely on the faster side.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just go right in then. And
Cool. Yeah. So I've actually copied over my save, so I'm a little bit into the game, probably maybe a third or a fourth of the way through.
I saw in Steam that it said you had 103 hours in it.
Oh, that's because I let the game run.
A lot of idle
there.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You trying to get your cards?
That happens to me too.
My game time with this guy's so it's about 35 hours.
Okay.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's basically a third through Souls game, I'd say.
Yeah. So the one thing I would say is I've put in probably hundreds of hours in the Souls games and Bloodborne altogether, but I am very far from what I would say is an expert in these games. Definitely not good at PvP. I'm very kind of brute force and just a lot of trial and error, but it still hooks me. So
yeah, it's weird. So I finished Bloodborne just a few days ago. I played it for like a month and a half, 2 months maybe, to get all the way through it. And at the end, I thought, that was fun, but I did get frustrated a lot.
oh, see, I'm already gonna die.
Oh, God.
I knew that when you started the game.
And I thought to myself, that was a really cool experience, but I don't think I'll play any of the other Souls games. But I feel that's just another part of the cycle of what it was to play Bloodborne, where I would get really upset, stop playing the game, and go, I'm not going to play this game anymore. And then it was like, oh, fuck, one more try.
Yes.
And then that's when you get through it. And I feel
breaks
that's
is really important.
Yeah, I feel that's extending beyond just the one game into the whole series. It's like, I don't think I need to play any of the other Souls games, and like, maybe I do need to play the other Souls games.
Are you just gonna run from this guy, or are you gonna try?
No, those globes
Oh my
are
God.
really annoying. I'm half distracted because I'm listening.
You're listening to the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, and I bet the Souls games aren't necessarily the easiest things to play and also talk about.
Yes.
Because there's, oh, nice.
I think your brother told you that shields are for losers.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not
Just in
a
case you
good
need
player.
motivation.
That's
I feel like everybody I've seen in Souls is always running with a shield. It seems,
the thing is, if you're really good, really good players don't use shields very
Really?
often. Yes.
Okay.
That's sort of like if you can run around without a shield, you're going to be doing a lot better.
Okay. Huh.
But like I said, I'm not very good. So
He's got a shield.
yeah.
I think you're good. You're in good company.
So this guy, he can poison you. So as he hits me, you see that meter come
Right.
up, and that means that basically, when that fills up, then I'll be fully poisoned and I'll be taking damage over time.
It's just reminding me of the nightmares I had playing Bloodborne, where there's the frenzy status effect, where
Yes.
if your frenzy bar filled up, your head exploded and you were dead.
Yeah.
And there was a whole area that its whole beginning section was just your frenzy meter's always going up unless you take cover. The cover's very small, and there are very large, really pissed off things that want to kill you at the same time you're trying to hide. Nice.
So the strategy is to dance with things until they.
You're trying to look for openings, essentially.
Yeah. Wow. That is huge. That is a huge reach. That's one of the things I noticed with the design of a lot of enemies in these games is that pretty much everything has deceptively long
Oh,
reach.
see,
that's
Oh
not good.
God. Even if something is very small and has very short limbs, it'll somehow find a way to reach halfway across the map to hit you.
Speed is very important on the enemy's
Yeah.
side. So
Smoldering Lake.
yeah.
So yeah, you mentioned a little bit when I asked you if you were what you were looking to stream when you had the time to stream. You mentioned this,
Yes.
and you were mentioning that with the Souls games that they've inspired you design wise on your own work before.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
I mean,
'Cause
I think
like
one of the-
we
one
work
of-
on really sorry.
Yeah.
We work on like really different games from these, you know.
Yeah.
So.
It's not so much the actual mechanics or what they're doing necessarily. It's
Right.
more about how they have a very clear vision about what they want their game to be. And
Gotcha.
they stick to it, even if it's not what's popular or what other games are doing at that time. And in fact, they've created their own niche because of that. And what it's sort of taught me is that the idea of not going along with the trends or not doing something because, oh, well, like this is what everybody else does, so we
Yeah.
should be doing that.
Right, yeah, I would say, like, one thing with the Souls games is, like, it feels like there is zero compromise in any of their games.
That's right, yeah.
They have made exactly the thing they wanted to, and
Oh,
that's
that's not looking good.
a really interesting thing to see.
You have an anti-purple potion in that pocket.
I do.
Good.
Poison isn't as bad that hard of a status effect to deal with, though, so
Oh, okay.
it's okay.
Are there multiple types of poison in this? They were in Bloodborne.
There's a
Slow
there's
and
a
fast?
toxic
Okay.
one, which maybe this is what these guys have. I'm not sure, but
Oh my god. I wasn't going to mention it, but Mike is asking me, is it my birthday tomorrow? Yeah, it is. Happy birthday to me. Birthdays for me constitute buying a pizza and staying home and playing a video game. So it's really easy to
Sounds
get me
like a good
presents.
time.
Yeah. So far with So far with this game, like, I know a lot of people, at least from what I've seen in public opinion, I haven't played it myself, a lot of people rag on Dark Souls 2 as not being as good as the first one and doing things that weren't great compared to Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Oh god. But so far, since you're like a decent chunk of the way through it, how do you feel this holds up compared to the other ones? Oh man. You got your souls back at least.
I got my souls back. Basically, I think it's definitely up there. You know, at least what I've played. I don't have as many. Like, I'm not as, I guess, angry or disappointed by Dark Souls 2 as a lot of other Souls players are. But
it seems like with Dark Souls 2, it was the people disappointed or upset about things were people who got really deep into the nitty gritty of them, because like with lots of the really hardcore fans, they do multiple playthroughs of this game.
Yes.
Because you can have different character builds and all that. Do you do multiple playthroughs of these?
Yes, but not... I often don't finish the second playthrough.
Okay.
A lot of people think second games were the best, though. I know of a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things is, like, the original designer who worked on this one and the first one, he also worked on Bloodborne. He didn't work on the second one.
Yeah, that's right.
I think a lot of people sort of say that is one of the
You can tell
issues.
things like that. You can... There are times like when games jump studios and things like that, you can tell.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, though, because, like, you know, games are made by a massive team of people, especially now, and there's still some people that go, oh, this game, which basically has mostly the same staff as the previous one they liked, isn't as good because a singular person was not working on it.
Right.
But
I mean, it can definitely make a difference at a high level and when you're really, really deep into things. But
yeah.
I don't know how much people realize just how many people are involved. You know, you look at the credits and they're 10 minutes long, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because there were that many people that worked on it.
Yeah.
And they're not all just trivial roles of, you know, somebody brought rolls up to the studio at crunch time or something. It's, you know, people that are well involved with the game.
Yeah. And it's one of the reasons why I like doing these streams is just because I can pull different people on from the studio, and you know, I always have everybody say, you know, what they do here and all that, and maybe talk about some of the work they've done in previous games and all that, just because I feel, me personally, just because I was way into games even before I got here, and I really cared about the production of games even before I started working in the industry, I've just always kind of had like an interest in letting lots of people know really how much work goes on behind this stuff. Just because I feel like, especially more casual fans and stuff who will watch a game trailer or see a commercial and then get a game, and it's like one of the 3 or 4 games they buy a year, they don't really know just how crazy making games is.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Anoop, what is some of the stuff you've done in previous Volition titles? Because you've been here a while, haven't you?
It'll be 18 years in November.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Just a little while.
So the first game I worked on was actually Free Space 2.
Okay.
I was the QA lead on that. And then I became a producer on Summoner and Summoner 2. And then became a designer on Saints Row 1 and 2, Red Faction Armageddon, and then I became the studio design manager. So, yeah, I've worked on a lot of titles. I've been here a long time, seen a lot of changes. So.
Yeah, you started back here when we were still an independent developer without.
Yes.
Okay,
Whoa.
that doesn't look
Whoa!
good. Either she really liked you.
Oh no!
Now it's like,
or she didn't like you.
Wow, that grab is... It seems like that grab has a pretty big, wide range where it counts as grabbing you.
yes. So now what I'll do, like, normally I just keep trying to play, but what I'll do here is I'll actually see if I can help someone else by getting someone into their game. It's a sort of a low risk way to earn souls. So someone.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you die when you're summoned, do you lose those souls still?
No, you get to keep them.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the big things for helping people.
Yeah, I probably could have made some of my experience with Bloodborne easier too, because there were parts where I was like, fuck, this is hard.
Yep.
But I was so stubborn I wanted to do it on my own, so I never did. Well, the other thing was too, even if I tried to do co-op with other people to get extra blood echoes and all that, it might have been hard because everybody was playing Dark Souls 3 when I was still playing Bloodborne.
Right.
So like there were very few phantoms and all that. I was only invaded once.
Yeah,
So you're supposed to go find danger for her?
Well, no. What she's doing is she's actually looking to summon one other person to come. You can have like two people helping you essentially.
Oh, okay.
So she's waiting, looking for it. So yeah, so she summons somebody. As soon as we have this third person, then we'll start going through, and you'll see we'll kind of be a lot more efficient at killing these enemies.
I am being asked to ask you, Anoop, about the Hitman target in SR2 named Apoop.
Yeah.
Whose
I
idea
think
was that?
That was actually someone else who's on the stream here, Tim Borelli.
Uh-huh.
We had a contest
Meatballs marinara.
as we were doing for Hitman names, and the person who won the contest got to name a Hitman target, and that was the choice that he made. There is also an Anoop target, so there's a goatee and non-goatee version of that Hitman target.
I forgot about meatballs and marinara. I just remember somebody when I first started working here, within the first few months, somebody uttered meatballs and marinara at me, and I had no idea what the fuck it meant.
Yeah, see, Timmy, your legacy lives on.
I would like to point out that Tim is staring at me from behind my monitor. They set up my remote desk, and that cutout of Tim is in behind the monitor staring at me. So you overwatch my work these days.
He's claiming that he did not do that, but it is absolutely the truth.
So you do full damage and everything? Mm-hmm. As a phantom?
Well, sometimes it's skill, and like enemies are actually they're a little bit tougher depending on the number of people you have helping you, but it's still like the benefit is so much larger than that difference. Let's see, Timmy is asking you to put some telling you to put some pants on. Or no, he's asking if his stand-up is telling you to put your pants on.
No, I can't remember what they changed the speech bubble to say, but it's changed. I don't remember what it was. It's something like, I like flipping tires down the street or something. I don't know.
So that, like I said, this is a low risk way to get souls. It's also a good way. You can kind of see what the area is like, see what kind of enemies you're going to encounter in your own game, and just kind of learn more about how to take out enemies.
The spoilers.
Yeah.
See, the gifts I showed, I've seen, had these people like run around and open a chest and get killed and all that kind of stuff, and then it's like, nope, not going there. I always thought these are past lives of random people who had been in this area. There was a game that did that, right?
No, you do see ghosts of other people running around as well, just kind of randomly. But when these situations, you're seeing just like actual other player or playing with other actual people.
Ryan McCabe is in the chat asking you to get good.
I've been trying for many years to do that, so
it's a never-ending quest.
Yeah.
You flip and roll with everything.
Oh my god.
He doesn't look healthy.
No.
Did you bring some antibiotics?
Disease drat.
When you're in co-op, do you still get like the maximum amount of souls you would normally get playing solo? Or is it like shared?
No, you get the same amount of souls for each enemy you kill.
Oh
no. Oh yeah, that was bad. We almost got highly cursed there. And when you get fully cursed, you just die. So
okay, curse is just
that's the other purple one there?
Yeah, that's the skull one.
There's a lot of bad purple in Dark Souls.
Yes.
I'm used to purple being very good.
Oh, are these enemies that were in Dark Souls 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's some kind of a white frog, man.
Yeah, because I feel like I know so much about Dark Souls despite literally never playing them, because when one of these games comes out, people talk about it for a solid 12 months straight.
Yep.
So
It's like lunchtime conversations. I know like people are like, oh wait, you guys are all going together. Forget it, I'm not going with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
all you're going to do is talk about Dark Souls.
So you mentioned this game like influenced you just in the way that this is just designed the way they want it to be
Yeah,
without.
it's very, very vision oriented.
Yeah. Are there any other games that have inspired you in similar ways, or?
Yeah, I'm sure there have. I'm just trying to think about.
Whoa.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
gonna be bad.
Oh, whoa.
Oh yeah, I almost fell off too.
Is this an area from Dark Souls 1? Because I'm recognizing like all these enemies.
They utilize enemies that are very similar.
Okay.
Or callbacks. So no,
Yeah,
but
'cause-
otherwise this is not.
Callbacks,
Okay.
AKA we found the max file.
Yeah, to be fair, this is on the next generation, so everything's
Yeah,
a little
their models
nicer.
do look way nicer than they did in 1. Oh, I love that you can't pass through each other on ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard people saying like once this came out that it pays a lot of Dark Souls 1 fan service to those fans.
Yeah, the Dark Souls 2 references I haven't seen nearly as many
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, this guy doesn't know how to sprint up a ladder, which is why
Oh
I'm
no, it's
catching up to
slowing up
him.
the chain.
Yeah.
Shouldn't one of the phantoms be in the lead?
Well, the thing is, you don't necessarily know what the host wants to do, so we usually let the host lead because they like you may there's like maybe 5 different things or ways that you can go, and you don't know what the host has already done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you often want to let them decide what to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes
I was thinking if I
like
had
a
shields
phantom,
up.
if they know like the area better, they'll say like, oh no, come over here, or don't forget to hit this switch. But there's no actual chat, so you have to use it all like hand signals and jumping around and silly
You're a
things like that.
phantom.
Are those the
Yeah.
same fabled skeleton wheel enemies everybody complained about in Dark Souls 1 also?
They were in previous Dark Souls. I don't know if people complain about them. I thought they were.
Yeah, because maybe they're just different in this one, but
Yeah.
I swear I remember seeing lots of people complaining about the skeletons that are also wheels.
Yeah.
This game's a lot less scary in multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely like a totally different experience fighting bosses.
Yeah, it's really weird because I'm curious about this too. The way the story is told in the Dark Souls games is very minimal. There's like 3 cutscenes in every game, and the rest of the story is told either through the environment or item descriptions. Are you one of those people that gets like way into the lore of that stuff too?
No.
Or, okay. Because like I know a lot of people. At least there's a sizable niche that is, and they make like feature length YouTube videos
Yeah.
explaining the lore.
It's interesting, and I definitely, if there's ways to find out more, it's cool. But for the most part, like people are just making, it seems like just a lot of conjecture.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it is kind of cool the way this story is just kind of up to like, well, I think this is what happened because that seems to promote a sense of community the same way pretty much every other aspect of the game
Yes.
does.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely like people coming together trying to figure out
Yeah.
what's going on. So what's interesting here is like there's this huge ballista that fires on you if you're in that pit down there, and apparently it fires on you if you're fighting the boss as well if you don't turn it off. So that's one of the big things to do is because it's easy to actually just go straight to the boss from the beginning of the area.
I bet it's hard to get back up there too.
Yeah.
Well, probably not with a ballista firing at you. But
Yes. These crab enemies are annoying because they have a lot of hit points, or they don't take a lot of damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're armored.
Yeah.
Are there ways around
And
that?
they can hit you. Yeah, no, it makes sense. They're just annoying. No, I guess it looks like they're weak. It looks like they're weak to magic because that guy's doing a lot of damage with his magic sword. Yes, yeah. I've seen my brothers on the stream too. He's like hit them in the face, and yes, you can absolutely do that. But when you also hit them in the face, you also get hit really badly.
You're not looking so hard.
No, I'm almost dead. Whoa. There I go. Now, see, I died, but I get to keep those 7,500 souls. So
is that a decent amount at this point?
So to gain a level, I need about 25,000.
Okay.
So it's not I don't want to lose that, but it's not like a terrible amount.
Okay.
So. And the way the leveling works is essentially you have all these stats and the attributes. Every time you want to increase one of those stats, you get a level and you can increase those by 1 point. And each of the stats has a different effect on the other stats that you have essentially. So
I heard some people saying the poise stats messed up right now.
That's what I read on I think Kotaku yesterday, which is good because my poise isn't necessarily super high, so it's better.
I guess to explain to people who don't know and or play about Dark Souls, there's a stat that basically the higher it is, the less likely getting hit while you're attacking will cause you to get staggered out of your attack.
Yeah, also like when you have your shield up and you get hit, you'll not get staggered as much and it won't take as much stamina, I believe, from your bar, which is the green bar at the upper left.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people call them hyper armor frames because a lot of people who play these also seem to be very knowledgeable with fighting games.
Yes.
It's weird the crossover there, and it's also weird that a game like this that has stats that are harder to explain face value compared to stuff like health and damage and defense, and then there's one that's like this one keeps you from getting stunned while attacking.
Right.
It extends your armor frame data, whatever. And it's weird that something that has stuff like that in it is this successful now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to get summoned, but I have actually stopped that ballista already. So
nice.
I think what we can do is, I am being summoned. I was going to, after this next round here, we'll see if I can grab a couple guys and go try and fight the boss, which I haven't even seen yet. So,
so if you make, like when turning off the ballista, if you make that progress in somebody else's world, that doesn't affect your own, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I got a bunch of people to help me go through that area, so I've cleared out most of the area that I was going through initially.
Okay.
So it looks like this guy is wanting to fight the boss, so we can see what it's like. R2, how clever. It's always fun to look at the names of the various people that summon you. So the reason this fog is here is that's the boss area. He must not have ever fought the boss before, so he's going to trigger it for the first time.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll even see the cutscene when he finally does.
Looks like something's happening there.
Yeah.
Oh, so if it's the first time, you can't go in until...
Yeah, well, you can never go in until the host goes in.
Okay. Huh. Festivore is asking if you have the most important gesture, which is squatting. Whoa!
Oh.
What?
Alrighty.
Might be a potion.
Yeah. So I don't know why I can't go in there.
Yeah, it's weird that you can't go in there. Maybe that's just a bug.
What is hitting me?
Oh my god.
So a pretty good job of it.
Is that the ballista that's hitting me? Did he not?
No. Oh,
yeah, it is the ballista. He hasn't turned off the ballista.
That was a weird baby bug with the fog door. Huh. Welp.
All right. Well, let's see. I'll see if I can grab a couple guys and
go
after the boss.
So it looks like the boss was actually really close to this.
Yeah, right. And the ballista is the thing that stops you from just going there
right.
immediately, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can't get the Saint of Ganja. That's too bad.
Aw.
Yeah, this is actually an NPC summon, so he is like always available for you.
Right.
So I'll always be able to get him, but hopefully in a second or so we'll see. Yep, there we go.
Suddenly your sword looks very inadequate.
Yeah, I'm generally not a fan of the bigger swords because they're so slow, and then I always overcommit my attacks. That's the biggest problem I have in these games. So, and when you overcommit on big weapons, you're really screwed.
Yeah, that was something. When I started playing Bloodborne, that was something despite knowing how that stuff worked already and going like, okay, I have to be real careful with my attacks. I have to commit to them. Despite knowing that, I still kind of had to learn it.
Yep.
And that was weird for me because like I'm a fan of difficult games, but the difficult actual action games I've generally played have been much faster paced games like Devil May Cry's and stuff like that. So more technical and less dying in 3 hits. More performance based rather than did you do it or did you die?
Right. Whoa. All right, old Demon King. Well, so
wow.
It's probably obvious considering this place is called Smoldering Lake, but fire is clearly fire defense is going to be helpful. So if I die here, then I'll probably get fire armor set up.
Oh, speaking of these style of games, have you seen Neo or Neho? I forget which way it's pronounced. It's a PS4 game.
I don't think so.
Okay. They just released it's a Team Ninja game, and they just released a demo of it that's pretty long on PSN just a few days ago.
Uh-huh.
It is definitely a Souls-inspired game.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does have some unique stuff, and it seems like it has potential. Although it does do some things that definitely need to be tweaked, but they've asked for feedback anyways. But have you ever played Bushido Blade?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, imagine Dark Souls, but you have the Bushido Blade stances for all your weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like that, and it's
There we go. We got it.
nice. It's more like feudal Japan themed. You're a samurai in that game
okay.
instead, so
Yeah.
it's more. They're definitely still demons, but they're all it's from Japanese mythology and all that. It seemed pretty cool though for people who are interested in that genre though. If they've already somehow burned through Dark Souls 3, which it seems lots of people already have.
Yep. Well, so now I believe I have enough souls to go
Oh, nice.
level up,
Yeah.
so I'll go do that. And when you get those souls from the demons, you can turn those in for items as well, so we
Yeah.
can see what items we get for those. So this is sort of your hub area, the Firelink Shrine, where your various NPCs, vendors, and things are, and
Yeah.
this is where you go to level up.
I immediately mistook that for the doll in Bloodborne.
It's basically the same.
Yeah,
same
she
thing.
she looks really similar to me at least from this distance.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, at one point it costs 25,000 souls essentially. And
Yeah.
I gotta boost my hit points to almost 600 at this point. So these, I think, represent like there's the main bosses in the game
Yeah.
that you're going after, and I've already gotten one, which I believe is this one on the left, and then there's another. That guy is, I don't know. He's like he was kind of one of them, but he's helping you. So
Okay.
you give him the souls essentially. Of the enemies that you defeat, and then he transforms them into the items for you.
Oh, okay. Huh. Ryan McCabe, a person who works here, is saying, "True story. I purchased this game for my son. He messages me one day and is like, 'This hallway is bullshit. I'm done playing, I think.' And I, as a father should, replied, 'Get good.'"
That sounds pretty right, Ryan. So here you can make, with the soul that I got, I can make this hammer, which looks like the hammer that the demon was using, or I could get a spell, pyromancy spell, that I'm not even good enough to use either of these items. Like I don't have
Yeah.
enough strength for this one, or enough pyro or intelligence to use that spell. So
Right.
So I actually didn't see if there was anywhere else to go after we beat that boss.
Yeah, one of the other things is like with these games, they do a really good job of actually hiding stuff.
This whole area is actually pretty hidden. Like you can miss this entire zone. I would bet.
Yeah.
When you play this the first time.
Yeah. There were areas in Bloodborne that I knew existed, but I literally never knew where they were.
Yeah.
Canehurst Castle, never went there. There's some other kind of forest area, I think, never went there.
So that's the entrance. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if there's a way to continue from this area.
Huh. This might have just been one of the little, like, branch off paths
Yeah.
that's just optional.
My brother is saying that it's a dead end, so.
Ah, okay.
Very trusting.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't travel.
And the other thing is, too, I don't think we've seen any of these yet in the stream, but there's lots of traps, too.
Yes, yeah.
They love the flaming boulder rolling down a staircase at you thing. I feel like there's at least one of those in every game.
You're either red. Yes, your previous TV question was not answered. That is, it's a little bit too long.
Oh, okay, good. You saw that. I
Yes.
forgot to relay that one.
That's also my friend Gabe, so I'm not surprised he's asking me that. So that is not an enemy, it's just a ghost. But sorry, you were going to say.
Oh, people are asking what the question was.
Oh.
It was. Oh, it's actually not here. That's a bummer.
No, I think it was earlier in the.
Yeah, it was in the chat. Mike copy and pasted it to me, but it's not in the chat over here. It was asking to rate on multiple levels at least 8 different TV shows. Thematically, production-wise, score, I think. Oh, wow.
These guys are tough. Oh, great. Yeah.
Oh, man. I've kind of always liked in literally every single one of these. Oh, yeah. How would you rank the following television series? The thematic structures, and please give
Okay.
your reasons for your rankings.
Yeah,
Firefly.
so it's Firefly, Farscape, Battlestar Galactica, Angel, Buffy, and The Wire.
Oh, God.
Well, so I'll just say number 1, Wire. That's just already.
I thought you were going to say Buffy.
Buffy is definitely up there, but The Wire is number 1. That's it.
Stop
Yeah,
talking
see,
about
Ryan knows The Wire is the best.
I have yet to watch The Wire. Everybody tells me it's real good, though.
Yes.
I love how in every single one of these games, you were always like the shortest, smallest person compared to everything else in the world.
Yeah.
I think there was one enemy. There were 2 enemy types in Bloodborne that are shorter than you, and that's because one of them's a dog, and the other one's a child.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Man.
I like how you're dead and they don't really seem to care. They just keep going at it.
Well, essentially, most of the enemies are like mindless undead things anyway, or maybe not mindless, but all they want to do is just kill things.
They're real pissed off, it
Yeah.
seems. The way things attack in this series, it's never just like they want to fight you. It feels like they're really fucking mad at you.
Yes.
Nice.
Ran out of stamina.
Ah.
That's the biggest no. But it happens to me all the time because again, I overcommit.
Yeah.
What's the touch bloodstain mechanic?
Oh yeah, so that's a good question. Basically, if you do this, you see an enemy, like another player, what happened when they died.
Oh.
But you don't get to see any enemies or whatever. You just sort of see like
Yeah.
what happened to them.
Just kind of gotta guess that something real bad's gonna happen
Yeah.
any moment.
Oh shit.
Wow. Yeah, it's the
I'm getting texts to specifically distract me from the thing. What they don't know is my watch tells me what those texts are, not my phone. So
Dark Souls is very interactive at multiple levels.
okay, so yeah, so that was a good question, and then I'll show you. There's also messages.
Oh, yeah.
Which are
Yeah.
very very helpful. Look, they left a bloodstain for me. It looks like.
I don't know if yours are really helpful though. It's basically you running.
I mean, for me,
backwards
to me, the bloodstains never help, so I never look at them because it's just like, yeah, clearly somebody died here because they got hit by an enemy. Okay. But anyway, so these messages will like try and warn you about things. Sometimes people
Or
will
troll
lie.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they are helpful because they have a voting system, and the ones that stay around are ones that people vote for more.
Oh, I see. So after you die, you come back up here and you say, "Yeah, I really shouldn't have gone right."
Yeah.
I forget, when you leave a message, if it gets appraised a lot, do you get any kind of reward for that?
I believe you get. In the previous games you get like souls or items or something. I can't remember exactly what.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so Yuri wants to know what kind of gamer would enjoy this game, and I don't know. I mean,
Dedicated one.
yeah, I think that's true. But I'm not somebody who particularly cares for hard games myself. But for whatever reason, I love these games. I think it's just for me, it's about the design and the learning the repetition and just practicing and getting better.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they're RPGs. So if you like, these guys are tough, but if I'm really like I'm having a really hard time, what I can do is instead just spend a lot of time going to other older levels, farming souls, and getting my stats up so I can eventually be more effective. So I can kill these guys maybe in 3 hits instead of
Right.
4.
That attack he's doing where his sword glows, that goes straight through even when you're blocking. Is that because it's a magic attack or something?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Or he's just getting me like from behind because I'm dodged. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say the people who... It's weird because, it's a really hard game. Well, I say it's a really hard game, but then there are also the Dark Souls fans who will jump in and go, no, Dark Souls actually isn't that hard, really.
Yeah, I mean it's hard, but it's not. I mean, there are plenty of other games that I play that are just as hard or even harder.
Yeah, this game's
it's-
hard before you know what you're doing.
Yes.
And the whole first playthrough of the game is basically learning what you should be doing.
Yeah, and how to best do it. But I mean, one thing is like I feel like for me, like I'm not playing particularly well because again I'm talking a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not that great, but I'm definitely a lot better than I was the first time I played. I'm getting through this game much faster than I did the first game or even the second game.
Yeah, I bet if I started playing one of these now that I finished Bloodborne, I would probably have an easier time. Oh God.
Oh shit! Now they're both.
Not
after
pay
me.
attention to the text.
No, I knew that. I knew the guy. No, I know that guy's there on the right. So I was actually trying to get his attention before the other guy saw me.
Yeah.
Just make your hunter misdirect to it.
Oh man,
Man.
that combo is crazy.
Yeah, there's a big element too of trying to draw enemies out when they're in groups.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
one-on-one fights are a lot more manageable.
Right, and that's essentially what I'm trying to do here.
Somebody in the chat Rin Tintin in the chat saying, this run-up is one of the worst in the game. Die more times here than I did on most bosses. Not named Eldritch.
I mean, this is definitely one of the harder sections that I have come across already. I have been doing this one for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And I think these guys in particular are pretty tough.
Yeah. At least it's only 3 hits if you can manage to get it on them.
Yeah, it looks like it. So okay, I got that guy on me. Oh, now this guy's on me too. See, that's a problem.
Yeah. Okay, I know it's in some of the other games, but can you still kind of cheese some enemies in this game by running outside their range? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. There are some enemies that you can definitely. Use like kite like this.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna come up closer to me, but you know.
I always found this way of firing arrows kind of strange.
These are cheap arrows. See, these are only like 5 souls each. So
Oh,
I don't
nice.
mind.
Oh, they use your souls. Was that-
Well, they cost.
they cost souls to get. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was using your souls as the ammo.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh man.
Those things home pretty well. Oh, now I'm in trouble. Oh.
Oh god. Man.
Call some friends and get them.
That's, or maybe I'll just. It's faster to actually just go and help somebody else.
Yeah.
'Cause I can,
Is this one of those areas where you might be able to get through just by sprinting through it?
possibly, yeah.
Okay.
The main reason I don't do that is because I'd like to just try and find all the items and
Yeah.
and get it. And
There were a couple
explore
areas,
everything.
that's why I wanted to do in Bloodborne, but there were a few areas where it's like, I can't do this. I'm just running through and never coming back.
Yeah. Well, there's some areas in Bloodborne in particular that where like enemies respawn unless you kill a certain enemy.
Yeah, it was
so-
actually that, it was that area. And eventually there's a point where you would loop all the way back around to where the boss now is, and the second time you go to that area, and it's just full of these dudes that just snipe you with blood. And running through there is like the only way to get through it, but it's also horrible because they snipe you so quickly that you can't just like outrun the shot.
Yeah.
They'll always get you, even if you're going all the way to the side.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, nice.
That dude left. I don't know.
Oh. Maybe he's stream shy. Maybe he knew he was on stream. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the stream, but I guess have you thought of any other game series that have inspired you in your own work in any way?
You know, I'm a big open world gamer, and so I just
Yeah.
I just play a lot of like Far Cry. I played quite a lot of the last couple games in particular.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed games.
Right.
Oh, this is. I thought it was.
Oh, can you lock out of your co-op partners?
I think.
Oh
he's
wait, no, this
he's
is
an enemy.
Oh. Huh.
There it comes.
Wait, can you have co-op and invaders at the same time?
Yep, it's a big
Oh.
thing that happens a lot. Actually.
I did not know that happened. Actually.
So that's what this guy is.
Wow,
He's-
what a jerk!
Yeah. He's trying to. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to get us to follow him, so that he can like kite enemies to try and attack us, because it's a lot easier for him to kill us when
Right.
we're beset by other enemies.
That's really funny.
yeah. That's a very typical NPC
I saw somebody.
invader tactic.
I think it might have been like a tweet, maybe, right, like a Vine. But I saw somebody, his co-op partner that was in the game were pretending to be miners. They had pickaxes and were like mining up against a wall, and they got invaded. And with no prompting, the invader just didn't fight them and instead just joined them, like repeatedly
yeah,
hitting a wall with
yeah.
a pickaxe.
So you see a lot of rolling, and
Yeah.
now
Spider monkey.
here comes the enemies. Make it a lot harder. Oh, there we go.
So will they not aggro on the invader?
No, they won't.
Okay. Wow.
Kill the.
Oh, is he invisible when he does that?
Yeah, when you're in a backstab,
Damn.
And protect your bunny.
I was trying to keep the other enemy off of him, but
Oh, it sucks.
dark rolls.
All right, let's see if we can. Sometimes there have been times where I've actually gotten. No, I don't want to use binoculars. When I've actually got summoned into this world of the same guy like right afterwards because they died and they're looking for more help again. So,
a recurring person who comes stream guest in the chat, Infinite Butts 420 asks, "Is there a time limit on invaders?"
Not that I am aware of. I've been in there for 10+ minutes with another enemy, so
Right.
the only way I've seen it is for someone to actually get killed.
Okay. And yeah, PvP since the first one has always seemed to be a really big aspect for the people who continue to play after their first playthrough.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it seems like there are just kind of community agreed upon guidelines for what level you need to be to do PvP with other people, and it's just kind of neat how those rules emerge on their own, it seems.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because like in previous games you would get to an area and you just see like lots of red summon signs, which basically means bring this person in to invade me and we'll fight. And they'll be in very specific places, like on a bridge where like that's where dueling occurs, and then you follow specific rules. If you don't follow rules and you get kicked out or you're not treated well, it's just like it's bizarre because there's no way in game to communicate that stuff. So all of this stuff happens through like information online or whatever on the, on websites and forums and things.
I've always kind of wished that
okay, so here another player's coming in to attack us.
I've always kind of wished the invitation for PvP was just saying, like, if you want to get your ass kicked, come to area in game in the next 40 minutes.
It's like that guy's YouTube channel.
So this is actually a good place for us to just kind of wait for him because it's open and
the enemy's already been cleared out. Seems
like he must have come back and got me and then went forward and attacked guys, but so he's a sorcerer, so he's got some good long. Oh, there's the bad guy.
Whoa.
Oh, it's the same guy that we've.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is. He has the same weird hat. He's back.
5 versus 5.
Yeah.
So why does he vanish when he rolls?
He has a special item which I actually have as well.
Oh yeah, so, I saw that a couple times. I thought maybe you were going transparent because you're getting too close to the camera or something.
No, it's an item that you get in one of the areas right a little bit before this one.
Okay. So does that like just make you fly out invulnerable while you're invisible like that, or?
I don't know if it makes you invulnerable, but it definitely makes you harder to track.
Okay. This guy has a lot.
This is why I mean, like for me, this is annoying.
This guy seems to have a lot of stamina.
Yeah,
he's sprinting and rolling all the time.
There are people who are really good at managing their stamina effectively, and so he just like healed himself. So it's just.
Oh man. Wow. Wow, what a jerk.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, let's go back over here. I'm like, all right.
It'll be a stalemate. We'll just wait.
Well, I mean, what happens is like those guys run away, and you're just like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm not gonna deal with them. So let's go do our other thing. And when he catches up with us, then we'll fight him again like this. Oh, okay. See, that guy's being smart. So let's see if he can ambush him. Oh yes.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, this is why I definitely enjoy some aspects of the PvP because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just totally impromptu.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of funny stuff can happen just because of just the way the systems in the game work.
Yeah.
Either some guy can look like a huge badass, or everybody can just look like a big, like, dumb idiot just rolling around, not knowing what they're doing. And like Grizzly's saying in the chat, a lot of the time the PvP feels like it goes very well with yakety sax.
Yeah, yes, it does. This is like the Goofy running around. Oh, look, he's trying to do it again.
Yeah. God. This dude does not want to play in anybody's turns but his own.
Yep. Well, he knows there's no way he's going to be able to beat all three of them
yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
Right?
he definitely seems like he's trying to play smart, but...
There we go. I think we got him.
Oof.
Nope.
Oh, no! Oh, man, he just healed. Oh, no, he didn't heal. Okay.
He did heal a little bit, but
yeah,
he got hurt by that guy.
When you're invaded like this, can you still go back to a bonfire and refill your healing
the
items?
bonfires shut down.
Okay.
And when you're a spirit, you actually can't use bonfires.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, so we killed him.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, see, I can tell this section's gonna be hard when I have to come here. Those fire guys and one of those knights at the same time.
Is it difficult being like a magic user in this game? I've kind of heard that it is. Like it's safe.
I mean, I'm not a big magic user in general with these games, so I definitely do it a little bit, but I don't rely on it. But because part of it is like you have your FP, which is the blue bar, and that's like determines how much magic you're using or whatever.
Right. Don't weapons use that now too?
They can. It's not a requirement, but you can go into a special mode.
Okay.
That uses them, but because it's limited resource, like for me, I don't like. I like to be able to just always be able to attack and not feel like, oh, I can't keep going forward, right? So like this guy, the executioner, he's been in this area before, so he was showing this other guy, hey, go and hit that spot. So
that's nice. It's weird how people are so used to a lot of online games, just being somebody screaming on a headset on the other end, and you can hear dogs barking all the time and all that. And like with this game, like there are people who are like being trolls the whole time, but in mainly a funny, good-natured way.
Yeah.
And it's just weird when people are like this helpful.
I mean, the thing is, because you are so rewarded for being helpful.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I've got 24,000 souls already now.
Yeah.
Right? It's like helping people. Like the incentive for helping and doing well is so matched with the other person that you just it's that's I think one of the good designs about it. And like Dark Souls 1, I didn't play online very much, but starting with 2, I definitely did a lot more, and I do it a lot on 3 as well, because it's just it ends up helping you so much. It's a great way to go and like farm souls, and practice on bosses and stuff, and just learn more about the game in general.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I just finished Bloodborne, and I was like, I think I'm done with Souls games for a while, and now I just would like want to play 1, because I've literally I own 1. I've owned it forever on PC, but I've never really played it beyond like maybe 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, see, look at that. There was that
wow.
there.
The Manny, I don't know if I would stream a Souls game. I am generally pretty good at playing and talking, even when it's a fairly difficult game. But with Souls, I feel I am too self-conscious.
See, I don't mind losing.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this game's developed by From Software, and they've done other things in the past before they got really big because of this series. Did you ever play any of their older games, like Kingsfield?
No.
Okay. Because I've never played them myself, but I've seen them played before. And
this looks dangerous.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pick.
Oh Jesus, like here. it does seem from what I've seen that the Kingsfield games were essentially the precursor to the Souls series.
All right.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, as my brother was talking about, we played a lot of Tenchu back in the day. A lot of the guys there on the street we used to play together, and yeah, that was always a lot of fun. Those were also quite challenging, I recall.
I never played too much of the Tenchus, but I really liked what I played of them, at least when they were still new games. I'm sure they're a little clunky now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the controls on Dark Souls 3 are better, but like Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, it was definitely on the clunkier side.
Yeah.
I think they've gotten a lot better.
It seems like movement-wise, at least, it looks a little more in line with other big games right now, where they're kind of heavier and more animation priority based.
Yes, yeah.
Because I know, like in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, like you could just spin around in a circle on a dime and all that because there weren't really physics to it.
Yep.
Nice.
I guess I can just shoot him from here.
Oh yeah, Mike Watson, our community developer in the chat, talking about Otogi 1 and 2, which were also from Software games. Never played those, but they look really neat.
Yeah, I never played those.
From what I remember, they were, okay, you're some kind of ninja guy. Now jump off the ground and just do flips forever and never touch the ground again. And like everything was
I need to move out of the way for this guy. He's trying to...
And everything was like destructible too, so you were just constantly twirling in the air while like huts just crumbled around you.
So one thing is we can't see items that he has in his game, like the white spheres of things that I was picking up. So
Right.
that may be like he may be doing things to find those.
Right. From Software also did the Armored Core series, and it's been a while since the last installation of that series, so...
I heard that actually that was one of the things he was interested in getting back to.
Yeah, because, they confirmed at least for now this is the final Souls game.
Yeah, I think it's actually good for them to take a break because a lot of the tricks and stuff that they've used in all these games, like, I'm used to it, so the things that would normally surprise me are not necessarily as... like, I'm looking out for a lot of stuff now.
Right. You know the name of the game now, so...
I know how they're tricky and what they're trying to do.
I know that somebody was talking about it like a couple weeks ago when the game first released in Japan, but or maybe it was in another Souls game, but there was like some concept art from other projects just like in one of the folders somewhere, and it looked like a Souls game, but it was like all cyberpunk looking instead. It basically looked like, okay, what if it was Dark Souls, but you were inside the internet?
Right.
And I think if they were immediately to come out with another Souls-style thing, if it was all sci-fi, that would be the one thing that would make me go like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll do that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen gifs of these dudes.
Oh, yeah.
They're really little.
Okay, so now this is like a high water area, so we can't run very fast. That's always a big danger in these games when you can't move out of the way quickly.
Yeah.
So I have no idea, this guy's kind of been leading us, and I have no idea where we are from where we started.
It's a critical foe ahead.
That often means there's a boss or a very... So, like, with those messages, you can't actually use your own words. You have to use the words that they provide to you. So they always... It makes the messages a lot more cryptic and odd. Mm-hmm. But I think it makes it a lot more interesting because you're like, so what exactly are they trying to say here?
And there's always a couple like stupid jokes people make out of them too that seem to reappear in every game now the instant they launch.
Try tongue butt hole, yeah. That's
That was what I was thinking of. The Manny, the one that try tongue butt hole.
The executioner's not looking good.
Yeah, heal up. Oh, another one.
Number 2.
Nice. So I see that for your Estus flasks, it says +5. Did you increase the amount you can carry or something like that?
That's not the amount that I can carry. It's how much it heals me. So it's a lot stronger. When I'm playing in my own game, I can hold up to 10 different flasks. So I have 2 magic ones and 8 regular ones, but you can increase that over time by finding items that increase your limit for those.
Did it work like that in the previous ones too, or?
Yes, but they didn't have the magic flask.
Right.
In the previous game, that's new for this one.
So your magic meter does not feel like your sprint does.
Right. That's why I don't like using magic as much, because it's the limited resource.
Yeah.
Just chug potions constantly.
Yeah. And I'd rather leave the potions for healing. I have no idea what they're doing here. It might be some weird thing that I don't know about, but
I have heard that there's a couple specific things you can trigger in this game that are fairly obtuse and secret, like using a very specific item in a completely random place.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah, with the director of this series saying that he was thinking maybe revisiting Armored Core has me pretty interested, because I really like the Armored Core series as a kid.
Above.
Oh God.
That's good to know.
Oh yeah, there he is.
I don't know how we get that guy.
Oh, that guy's got arrows stuck in him.
Backstabbing pretty good there.
I'm just wondering, because the Souls series is so successful, if they're going to try and redo Armored Core in a way to capture that same audience, maybe.
Right.
As long as the mechs are still customizable, that's all I ask for. That was my favorite part.
What happened to him? He got shot by that guy. That's too bad, because he was the guy who was helping us through everything.
Oh, man.
So one of the things that they do in these levels is they'll often wind back on themselves, and you'll open up little shortcuts that will take you back to previous areas, and so it makes it easier to go through the level again later. You don't have to go through all the same enemies that you went through before. I haven't noticed any of those here yet.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we come up on one of those now. Uh-oh.
Oh, geez.
I think this is actually an NPC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because, yeah, when you're...
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Dang.
You hit me good there. I don't know what's shooting us up from up there.
Looks like it's invisible, whatever it is. Yeah, it's one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked with Bloodborne, and it's the same with all these games too. It's surprising, despite how big and winding these levels can be and how many hidden areas there is 0 in-game maps.
Yes, yeah.
There are no maps.
Yeah. And you get good because oftentimes you're going through the areas.
You got a lot of souls from that, though.
Yes. It was a very successful run.
What time is it, actually?
Looks like it's 5:20.
5:20? Okay. That might be a good place to call it then. But this makes me want to play Dark Souls 1 now. I just said I wouldn't do it. I would play other things. The other thing, too, is these games are like a massive time commitment, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
When you start playing this, it's like the only game you're probably going to play for.
That's how I generally play myself anyway, but definitely it's a big time commitment.
Yeah, I've always been a person who goes between games very frequently, just because I have so many in my backlog.
Yep.
I mean, not even counting Steam backlogs, which are always massive. It's still like 80 or 90 games or something like that. They're always, haven't been touched yet. So yeah, playing something like this and like not losing attention because a new game came out, like Uncharted 4 comes out in like 10 days or something like that. You know, it's difficult. But yeah,
that made my brother excited. He works on Uncharted, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Well, I'm very excited for that game. Just let him know. Holy shit. Yeah. Dark Souls is really cool, and I advise if you're even slightly interested, Dark Souls 1 is on sale like all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like Dark Souls 1, you like all the others because they're all that.
Yeah. I bought the first one on Xbox, and same with the second one. And when they came on PC, I still bought the PC version as well. So
yeah.
This one I've only bought the PC version because it came out at the same time. So.
Yeah, and the PC version like has all the DLC in it too. Like the DLC in this series is always tended to be pretty good and meaty too.
Right.
It's like one bit of DLC, but it's like another so many hours long.
Yeah, they seem to spend a lot of time and effort on it to make it a big expansion. So
yeah. But yeah, thanks for being on, guys.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, I don't know if you did.
Oh, I enjoyed watching you die.
Most people do, so I understand.
Also, I don't know if you've seen it, but several people in the chat had complimented you on your dog shirt.
Oh yeah,
which is a really
it's a great shirt.
Where'd you get that shirt, actually?
It's the Three Wolf Doge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was shirt.woot or something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's Woot. They have something like every day or something like that.
They have all kinds of shirts.
Yeah.
All kinds of good shirts and all kinds of bad shirts.
But yeah, we're Volition. We stream every week. Thursdays at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, 22 GMT. I'm Josh Stinson. I'm the stream czar. We also had
Anoop Shekar, Studio Design Manager.
And Mike Wilson, Principal Programmer here at Volition.
And we also had moderating the chat and just being a generally cool dude, Mike Watson, our community developer now, no longer manager. His title has been upgraded.
Yes, congrats Mike. And
very well deserved.
And yeah, thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
I do wear boxers, as Gabe says. I mean, I'm not sure how he necessarily knows that.
I know how he knows that.
All right, see you later, everybody. Well, gotta wait for the Twitter bug to turn off. Now we're good. Okay, bye.